It's time for the Chips and Salsa Show.
The only show about Latinos for Latinos. And did we mention Latinos?
It's the Latísima.
Latinos come in all flavors, shapes, and sizes. You don't have to be Latino to enjoy chips and salsa.
People love chips and salsa.
Welcome to your Chips and Salsa show. This is Don Jorge Elalacran, and this is your this is going to be aired on Wednesday, not Tuesday. So we have a soccer game going on Wednesday. So the game airs at 7. Our show will probably air a little bit before. It'll be airing at noon tomorrow. So I hope all you that are going to the soccer game go. It's Mexico versus USA. Of course, I'll be there, and I won't be talking to you. But we wanted to get on air a few things so that we keep our chipsters advised of what's going on here. There's a lot going on. First of all, I want to say congratulations to my wife. She got she works for Walmart, and she got a letter stating her anniversary of 17 years. Congratulations. And I want to tell her congratulations because she's a hard worker. I thought I was a hard worker. She's harder worker than me. So that's my wife, Dion. 17 years. So hopefully she'll retire soon, and then we could join our retirement bliss together. And next week, we're going to, not next week, the week after, on May the 2nd, we're going to have Jesse Romero. He's going to be talking about his 4th book. I told you his other books was, the one is Catholics Vote for Trump, and there it is, Catholics Vote for Trump, and the other one is Devil in the City of Angels, and that's this one here, and that's a good book. So those two, and then this one, I didn't have it last time I was here, is Knocked Off the Donkey, because he used to be a Democrat like myself and Alice, and he wrote a book called Knocked Off the Donkey. It's a good read. And his 4th book, I don't know the title. He's going to introduce the title when he's on our show, and it's going to be a great show. And that's on May the 2nd. So prepare, yourself for that. It's going to be a great, great show. Okay. The big deal is this Liz Harris. She was, I guess, according to what I'm reading, is that she was voted out of the House of Representatives by 18 House Republicans.
Who's Liz?
She's a state representative from LD 13. And she was voted out by the House of Representatives with 18 Republican representatives voting with the Democrats to expel her. I'm researching to find out what was so bad that she did that she got expelled. I know the MCRC wrote a statement here, and I'll read what the statement reads from the MCRC. It was a Maricopa County Republican Committee. It says, Arizona House of Representatives vote to expel LD 13 Representative Liz Harris, a Republican, and it says vote sets a dangerous precedent. And I agree. Now, they're saying, by what I'm reading, is that the GOP, the state GOP, isn't, I don't know what part they played in this, but they, I don't know if they agreed with it or disagreed with it, but I'm going to have to research it more, and I'm going to give Representative DeWitt a chance to explain the state GOP side of this. But the MCRC, the county, who represents 30 some odd LD districts, put out this statement, and I'll read it. It says, the Maricopa County Republican Committee, Executive Guidance Committee, which is MCRC EGC, is disappointed in the actions of our Arizona House of Representatives. These actions set a dangerous precedent that may be weaponized against Republicans for generations to come. And we have to think about that. because we lost the election in 2020. We won a couple of seats, but we lost our main election, our governor, Fontes is a state representative now. We can't afford to lose elections like this, and fighting amongst ourselves isn't going to do it. It goes on to say, these actions further fracture our party and provide the leftist media with more anti-Republican propaganda. The Democrats have never crossed party lines to vote with the Republicans when their members constantly violate ethics and attack our Republican legislators. We are deeply saddened that 18 of our Republican House members fell to the pressure of the Democrats. We are confident that the House members could have shown firm leadership and sent forth a suitable remedy to address the Ethics Committee's findings. A remedy did not override the will of thousands of voting constituents in Legislative 13. You have stripped these voters of their voices. This reckless and divisive act has placed our Republican majority at risk in the House and empowered Democratic legislators who do not share our values and commitment to our Arizona families. It says, we are calling upon the Arizona Republican House members to apologize to the voters of LD 13 and all the Arizona Republicans for overturning the will of the voters and resolve to pass Liz Harris bills calling for true election reform. And it had to do with the election reform bill that she had introduced, apparently that they didn't like. They interrupted a meeting, by what I understand. Let me see, where is it at? They interrupted a meeting of LD 13, and it says here, Jeff DeWitt and the Arizona GOP, which is a state party, seized control of the LD 13 meeting to vote on Liz Harris's replacement. And by what I'm hearing is that Shelby Bush was not allowed to attend. Certain people were not allowed to attend the meeting. They were using some kind of laws that said that certain people couldn't attend the meetings. But what I'm hearing is very disappointing. I wanted unity in the party, and we need unity in the party. For the state party and the county party to be at odds with each other, and for Republicans to side with Democrats in the House, we got to resolve this, people. We got to resolve this as a party, and we have to come together. The LDs, the PCs and the LDs work hard to get people on the ballot and then to get people nominated and elected. This is discouraging. I'm going to research more into it. I'm going to ask Chairman DeWitt if he could come on our show and have a fruitful discussion about what happened and why it happened. And I'll ask the state party leadership to also come on our show and have their side. Maybe we can get both together and try to resolve this, because I'm not liking what I hear, and we need to get our party together. We have 2024 coming. It's a big election. I am a Trump fan, so you're going to see me with my hat that says Trump 2024. And I was with them for 2020. I was with them for 2016. And I'm with the Latinos for Trump. So, we need to come together. I want to show two pictures I picked up at Amerifest. And they're signed pictures. Oh, there we go. They're signed pictures. And this one's a real nice one. Let's take it out of there. This one's with Trump with the eagle. So those will be framed in my office. So, and I just kind of want to recommend a book so you guys could read. It's from Sean Hannity, Live Free or Die. I'm reading this book. I'll be talking about it in the future. It's a good book. I recommend it. This one was signed by Sean Hannity. As you can see, it's a signed copy. And I'm going to read it. I'm going to update you on some of the facts that he gives. But it's a good book. By what I understand, it's a good book, and it's something that we should all read. So from the introduction, it says progressivism, especially today, in today's version of it, is intrinsically radical. Left to their own devices, they would move the country wholesale into socialism and authoritarianism. Americans cannot afford to let our guard down for one moment. We hope to pass on the blessings of liberty to our children, if we hope to pass the blessing of liberty to our children. The work of shoring up our constitutionally guaranteed liberties will never be complete. We can never rest because the left will never rest. It's who they are and who they will always be. Read this book. It's from Sean Hannity, Live Free or Die. So get that book. You could probably pick it up for a reasonable price someplace. Today's Wednesday when you're watching this, so it'll be Wednesday. So there's I told you, the game between Mexico and the United States. So we hope that the United States beats the crap out of them, but you never know. There's also tonight, well, I was recording this on Tuesday, so tonight is the Suns game, so by Wednesday we'll know if the Suns won the second game. We're hoping that they win. They have a great team now. I don't know what happened in game one, but they lost. So let's hope for game two that they win, and they go to game three and they kick their butts. The other thing I wanted to mention was I'm a Bud Light drinker. I'll have a beer or two once in the evenings. And actually, it's just one beer. It's just when I get home, I can relax. I'll have a beer. My wife will have a beer. And that's all we need. It just kind of relaxes us. Not all the time. Sometimes I just want to just drink water or something else. But a lot of times we'll have a Bud Light. Well, ever since this, the Budweiser decided to go wook on us, I've kind of stayed away from Bud Light. And now Nike is going with this same wokeness. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's just, I don't think Budweiser should get politicized. I don't think Nike should get politicized. I don't think these big companies should go one way or the other. They just should sell their product. Let the people decide on their own what they want to do. I know DeSantis has made a comment on it. Governor DeSantis said that he's not going to be drinking it, but Trump went the other way and said that companies have a right to express their. He didn't like what they did, but he didn't go as far as saying he wasn't going to drink. But there's a lot of people that said they're not. A lot of people have taken it out of their shelves. A lot of people have taken it out of their bars, and they've lost about $5 billion in stock value. So they made a really stupid mistake. I don't know where this is going to lead with Bud Light. So anyway, for my opinion is I'll stop drinking it for a little while. And maybe they'll get to their senses, but if not, I'll go to Dos Equis or something. Corona. I don't know. Anyway, this podcast was to let you know that we have a really, really brewing storm here with the House of Representatives and with our party fracturing against each other. We need to get together because the same members of the party in the state are the same members that some of them are with county. So we need to, because your county chairmen are members of the executive committee in the state, So it's like we're fighting amongst each other, people. We can't do that. And I love his leadership. His leadership's going to be great for us, but I can't understand what's happening, why this fracturing is taking place. I know it's because of what happened and the 18 Republicans that voted against Liz Harris. To me, it's not the same thing that occurred in Tennessee when they voted out those 3 council people. They were shouting and they had a bullhorn. I mean, they destroyed the rules of the House. What Liz Harris did, I don't think she destroyed the rules of the House. She just stated an opinion about elections. And we should all be careful with elections. I work for the Maricopa County. I work for elections. I see what goes on behind the scenes. I'm what they usually term as a troubleshooter. I'm in charge of 3 or 4 different precincts, voting precincts. So I see what happens, and I saw what happened. And supposedly they're taking care of it. They're the county, the elections has said that they're blaming it on the printers, and of course they were using Dominion machines. So the Dominion machines were the tabulators, and the tabulators were spitting out the ballots. And everybody says, the Fuentes and everybody involved says that the tabulators did what they were supposed to do. The paper was wrong. The paper was too thick or misaligned. So now they're talking about maybe having to get new printers, but the cost of the printers was so high. We had 2 different printers at different sites. They're very expensive. Are the people ready for a very expensive move? And will that resolve the problem forever? I don't know. When Helen Purcell's was county recorder, she had the Insight machines. We never had a problem with Insight machines. No matter what ballot you did, you signed, you put it in a machine. It very rarely, I must have seen 1 or 2 that were spit out because the person voted twice on the wrong, for the candidate. He voted for 2 candidates instead of 1. That's what the machine is supposed to do. But the Dominion was spitting everything out for, they said, the paper size, because they had to increase the paper size because more people were running on the ballot. And they had to readjust the printers, and I guess they made a mistake. I'm hoping that they resolve the problem, but we as Republicans must be aware, and we must hold their feet to the fire. We have a Republican county recorder. We have, the system is broken, not the people. The people are doing a good job. So we need to fix the problem. But we can't be fighting amongst ourselves, because if we fight amongst ourselves, that's half the battle there. If we can't get along and can't put the right candidates in there and back the candidates and go all the way with the candidates, then we're going to lose. You see what's happening in the streets. Katie Hobbs vetoed a bill that was passed about homelessness. And the bill was to limit homelessness in the city, and she vetoed it, saying that it allows people now to be homeless in any city, in any county, and they're doing that. Just go down some of the streets. They're on the freeway overpass. You can't even walk across that little section in the freeway overpass. They got homeless people all blocking the way. That's like, it's trespassing. And not only that, but you see the homeless just setting up camp everywhere, and we can't do nothing about it because she vetoed the bill. She vetoed 8 bills in one day. But that's what we get when we're not together as a party. We get people like Katie Hobbs running the state. And Adrian Fontes is the Secretary of State. So you got two people, the two heads of the state of Arizona are now Democrats. People, we need to wise up. We need to wise up as Republicans, or we're going to lose, and we'll lose the party here in Arizona. We had the majority party for years, and it's come to this. Let's all kind of contemplate on that. Enjoy the game on Wednesday, and enjoy our podcast that we're going to be putting out. Tomorrow's going to be in the 90s, and the next day in the 90s. I'm putting up my tarps in my backyard so that we can get in the pool. And you got to watch your kids around water. Very, very important. You're responsible as a homeowner. If you have people coming over, you're responsible that they delegate somebody to watch the kids around the pool. You know, I'm very careful. And you can't just say, I was in the kitchen and so on. So, no, you got to be responsible. You're the homeowner. Also, you got to watch kids being left alone in cars, hot cars, and pets. Don't leave your pets inside the cars. With that, have a blessed day. Have a blessed Wednesday. And I will see you May the 2nd with Jesse Romero. And it's going to be a great show. Thank you, and God bless you.